Hey yo, what is up guys? Your boy is back with yet another review, and today we are talking about WrestleMania 18. Now I know WrestleMania 18, I don't know if it's kind of a strange show. I think some people like it, some people don't like it. There's things people liked about it, things people didn't like about it, and we're going to talk about it right here. So, WrestleMania 18. As I continue on my 2002 reviews, remember guys, star ratings are in the description below. And yeah, so the first match here was Rob Van Dam versus William Regal. And this match, it was all right. Regal got busted open off of one of RVD's kicks like early on in the match. I think he like came off like the turnbuckle and like just kicked him right in the face. Yeah, there was a lot of this was kind of a styles clash of just really unique offense of William Regal and his chain grappling wrestling versus RVD. And the way RVD wrestles, I can't even really say he's just like a high flyer. He's like a lot of kicks, spins, twists. So yeah, this had a lot of unique offense throughout the match. William Regal, he went with the brass knucks. They end up getting taken out of the match. And then Rob Van Dam hits the splash and becomes your new Intercontinental Champion. This match here was just kind of all right. It wasn't anything special. It was just pretty good. All right, moving on to a match that was not the greatest derby I have ever seen, and that is Christian versus DDP. This was a match here. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. Yeah, it was there was a lot. There was a neck breaker in there that I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this. It's just kind of like it was DDP, and I don't like all the classic DDP matches I guess happened in WCW. DDP didn't really exactly have a great run through WWE at the time. So yeah, DDP ends up winning with I think Christian goes for I'm prettier. DDP spins out, hits the diamond cutter, and DDP wins your European Championship at the time. And so throughout the show, I guess I should mention this, Saliva was playing a lot, people to the ring. Saliva was sick at the time. It's funny how I hate on a lot of the current WWE rap music because it's just shit and it sucks. But I'm sorry, I just gotta be honest, it sucks. But back then they had Saliva and Drowning Pool playing some sick rock music, and it just fits so well with the time. And man, I wish they'd bring it back, if I'm being 100% honest with you. And yeah, so they're if you guys want to know the story to tonight's WrestleMania main event, here it is. As Drowning Pool presents Tearaway. If you want to hear Tearaway, it's a really good song, but it's kind of funny. It's wow, I really wondered what you know what? I should have listened to it before this review, because that would have been really, really funny. So next up, we got Goldust versus the creator wrestler himself, Maven. And yeah, okay, so the first hour of the show outside of the rock music was just kind of I might as well just say that right now. Goldust and Maven, they kind of just had a pretty match for the hardcore title. All this was really just setting up was Spike Dudley coming out and winning the hardcore title, and then it transitioned a whole lot throughout the night, the backstage segments. Oh yeah, there was a really cool thing where Goldust got the golden shovel in the ring. I thought that was pretty cool, and then he stepped on it and hit Maven in the stomach. That was pretty cool. Yeah, oh yeah, right. There's a lot of botches in this. Goldust lifted Maven up to go land on the garbage can. He did a backdrop, but he just missed it completely, and that was pretty funny. So I probably should throw that in there. So yeah, I had some funny moments in this match, but all in all, start to the show. It was All right, now we're moving on to an actual good match. Kurt Angle versus Kane, and these guys just man, they were throwing it at each other. Kurt Angle was throwing out these fucking clotheslines at Kane, and man, he was smoking Kane. These guys looked really, really in shape at the time. Kane was just jacked, and Kurt Angle was hitting nasty suplexes. And Kane even had a lot of really nice moments of athleticism where he threw an insecurity. He had this cool tilt-a-whirl power slam. That was sick. I liked that. And Kane was going up for that flying clothesline he does, but then Kurt Angle countered it into a suplex off the top rope. And Kurt Angle ends up like beating Kane with a roll up. I really, really like this match. It was like both guys were in great shape for this match, and Kane's a really good wrestler, and Kurt Angle, obviously, really good wrestler. So this is a really, really good match. Just an underrated gem on the show. I think I said that in my Hell in the Cell 2014 review about Dolph Ziggler and Cesaro. Underrated gem. If you haven't watched this in a while, definitely check this match out. Really, really good stuff. Next up was another match I really liked. It's one of the first matches I watched from WrestleMania 18. Back when I was like watching on YouTube as a nice young teenager, certainly up to no good. Yeah, so I watched Undertaker because I was always watching the Undertaker streak matches. I was a huge, huge Undertaker fan. And yeah, I'm going to move this back just a little bit. Just a little bit. So yeah, this match here, it was really, really good. This is a solid brawl straight out of like the 1970s. Just two guys throwing it at each other. Ric Flair, and they had this wicked feud coming into the show where Undertaker was just beating the crap out of everyone, his kids, his family, and he was just a terror at the time. Yeah, and they're just throwing bombs at each other like right off the start. They brawl over the announce table a few times. They go to the outside, in which Ric Flair gets a lead pipe off Undertaker's motorcycle and starts beating him with it. That was cool. And then he starts breaking out the chops and gets him in the figure four. This was really, really, really entertaining stuff. So yeah, there was just like a lot of mayhem coming out in this. Arn Anderson gets in the ring trying to help Ric Flair because Arn Anderson got his ass kicked by the Undertaker. Hits that spine buster on Ric Flair, and then finally Undertaker is going up for the last ride on Ric Flair, and he can't get him up for it, and then he just drops him and goes, screw it, tombstone, hits him with the tombstone, and picks up his W. I think he was 10-0, and he does like the whole like 10 at the end of this, because now he's 10-0 at WrestleMania. The streak has been acknowledged. I believe the streak was acknowledged before this, about like WrestleMania 17, or maybe even back at WrestleMania 14, all the way back to that, where the streak was kind of getting acknowledged. But yeah, right here is definitely the streak was talked about here. So yeah, moving on to a match that just kind of happened was Undertaker versus Booker T. Both guys, again, really good shape. Went out there, had a pretty decent match. It just kind of like happened, like, because it's like I really enjoyed the last two matches. This match comes up. It was over a shampoo commercial. That was really strange. Yeah, there was, I don't know, like, can't really say a whole lot about it. Yeah, like I like Edge won with the execution, and yeah, you got the big hometown win for Edge here. So, really strange match to happen at WrestleMania. I think nowadays everyone just kind of looks back at this and it was just really, really strange. Is Stone Cold versus Scott Hall, and yeah, this is weird. It was just kind of a brawl throughout. There was a lot of just punches thrown. Steve Austin hit like 4 stunners on Scott Hall. Kevin Nash tried getting involved. And yeah, not the classic Razor Ramon matches from the early to mid 90s from WWF Razor Ramon. So yeah, this match it's kind of weird because then Steve Austin ends up getting suspended after this, and I don't know, it's kind of weird just seeing Steve Austin in just some random mid-card match, especially at this peak of his career, and it was such a big deal. And then like also knowing that his career only has like a year left in it, and then he's suspended half the time. So yeah, kind of for me, it's kind of hard to look back on this match. So I get kind of sad thinking about it. So next up, World Tag Team title match, APA versus Billy&Chuck versus Hardy Boys versus Dudley Boys. Now you get a lot of Dudleys. So APA, was the APA a big thing? Can someone answer this for me? Do people really like the APA? Because, oh my gosh, this is bugging me. There. Okay, so do people really, really like the APA? Because I don't know. And they're like decent, I guess. They just kind of showed up in the match. They threw some punches, some kicks. Bradshaw had a pretty gnarly clothesline. They ended up getting eliminated by, I want to say it was the Dudley Boys. They got hit with a 3D, and then they were just gone from the match in like 3 minutes. I think I've said this before about them. Oh, well. Anyway, so we get Dudley's, Hardy's magic throughout this next portion of the match. So if you're a Hardy's, Dudley's that trifecta fan, here we go. You're going to be loving this right here. Awesome. Like, you can tell these guys just wrestled each other hundreds of times in this match here. So, yeah, Billy and Chuck, they end up, I think the Hardy Boys, they end up eliminating Diva. Oh, right. I got to talk about this. I can't believe I was going to even talk about this. Stacy Keibler, she's looking fine in this match. She's out there dancing with us a lot. Like, damn, Stacy, come dance with me. So Stacy Keibler, she gets up on the ring apron, shakes her pom-poms for Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy smacks that. Okay, anyway, so the Dudleys, they get eliminated. Matt and Jeff, they come close to beating Billy and Chuck, but Billy and Chuck, who I think were actually they're a really good tag team. I have to say, Billy and Chuck, I really like them. They're a really good tag team. Billy Gunn hits, I want to say it was Jeff Hardy with a famouser, and then he takes out Matt Hardy with the belt, and Billy and Chuck, they go on to win the match. So yeah, another pretty damn good match here. So coming up to the pretty much main event of the show, we might as well just call it that. It's the show, why this whole show happened, and it's everything WWE is supposed to be, all encapsulated into this match here. The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. This match was awesome. There's no other way to put this. It's my awesome stamp of approval. Everyone loves this match. Watching it, it has like this just absolute magical feel about it. And yeah, the way the crowd responded to Hulk Hogan and how he's looking around at them and how they're all just going ape for him, and the Rock's looking around, and then they finally tie up and Hulk Hogan shoves the Rock and Rock rolls back into the ring corner, and then everyone's just losing their mind, and the whole crowd is just eating this alive. Like, Hulk Hogan was such a good wrestler, dude. He was such a good wrestler. He was better than John Cena. As much as I love John Cena, I have to admit Hulk Hogan was a great wrestler. And then, like, oh man, just how there was just all Hulk Hogan doing the what is it called again? The abdominal stretch. Just like such like nothing moves, but everyone was just going wild for it. And like the punches would just land. Everything just landed so well in this match. And then Hulk Hogan hits the leg drop on the Rock, and then Rock kicks out, and JR on the commentary goes, he beat Andre the Giant with that move. And it's like, man, that was just such an epic call right there. And The Rock just absolutely flying all over the ring for Hulk Hogan. And you know how it is. He's throwing his punches back, and then he hits him with about 3 rock bottoms and a people's elbow, and The Rock wins the match. And this match was just absolute magic. And yeah, I love this match. Everyone loves this match. This match is absolutely amazing. Hulk Hogan, like just a total throwback to the 1980s wrestling. And yeah, I loved it. This was sick. Go to your way to watch it. Yeah, I don't even think I have to tell people that. Everyone's pretty much already seen this match already. It was amazing. So next up here, real quick, Trish Stratus versus Jazz versus Lita. Lita had an awful performance in this match. She was missing moonsaults, flipping, flopping all over the place. She was awful in this match. It was cool to see Trish Stratus in that wicked Canadian gear. She looked absolutely outstanding. And yeah, Jazz wins with a superplex off the top rope. I guess every once in a while someone does win with that one. Not just Ivar getting taken out by it about a couple years ago. Who was it? Was it Otis? I can't remember. Someone took out Ivar with the giant suplex. It looked freaking sick. So lastly, we have to talk about the somehow match that main event of the show was Chris Jericho versus Triple H. And I have to say about this match is that Chris Jericho, man, like I see, like looking back at it, it's like, man, like you're seeing like Hulk Hogan and The Rock on this card, Kurt Angle and Kane, like these guys, and then like Chris Jericho kind of just like, or The Undertaker, he's another, like just like all these like really big stars who just came off like totally bigger stars than Chris Jericho did at the time. And Chris Jericho's main event in WrestleMania, he's the Miz of 2002, main eventing WrestleMania against Triple H. Yeah, this was certainly a match. Like it was a good match. Like the match itself was fine, but in terms of like a WrestleMania main event, nah, it wasn't that good. There's so, like, this is probably, like, how many matches are better than this, like, WrestleMania main event wise? It's doesn't even take that long for you to, like, list off like 10, 15 matches in just WrestleMania main events alone that are probably this probably doesn't even crack the top 20 if we're being honest. Like, yeah. So this match, it was a lot of like leg work. There was like leg locks in this match. Jericho and Triple H, there was a lot of leg locks. Stephanie McMahon getting involved in this. Triple H ends up he has Chris Jericho in the figure four at one point in this match because he was kind of going after Chris Jericho's leg. Then because Triple H just came back from the torn quad, Jericho was going after his leg, and then Triple H gets back body dropped through the next announce table. And then, yeah, Jericho's got him in the walls of Jericho in the ring. Triple H manages to get to the ropes. And finally, Stephanie gets in the ring there. And Triple H hits her with a pedigree. Then he catapults Jericho into the turnbuckle and hits him with the pedigree. This was definitely not the greatest match. Yeah, exactly. I can't say it was not a great derby. I don't think I've said the word derby at all throughout this, but not a great derby. So, yeah. That was WrestleMania 18. What are my thoughts on the show? Positives. I really, really liked Saliva playing throughout the show. I really liked some of the matches, like Kane, Kurt Angle was just a gem. Undertaker, Ric Flair. Rock, Hulk Hogan. Those are kind of my favorite matches. Oh, and the tag title matches. I really, really like those matches. Obviously, there's going to be some forgettable matches, but I felt like the first three matches of the show were really, really weak, especially just like coming into a WrestleMania. The Toronto crowd was awesome, but they were just dead silent for the main event. The main event kind of just happened. It's like the main event happened, and then, oh, we're still watching. It's like the Kentucky Derby. Everyone shows up to watch the Kentucky Derby, and then there's still horse races after that. It's not the main event. Yeah. So anyways, WrestleMania 18. What did you guys think of the show? What was your favorite match on the show? What were your memories of the show if you watched it during that time? What are your thoughts on it now? All right, guys. But I'm going to be out. So remember to comment, like the video, subscribe. Peace.